We are now in part 2 of this 2-part series on how to make a beautiful knurled cup. I'm going to assume that you already have something or that you followed my previous video by this point. And you're going to be amazed at how quickly you can knurl. You're going to be knurling in no time. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have any fillets or chamfers that you want to put on your final product there before we start this workflow. You're also going to need to go to your document settings, right-click, and make sure that your design history or your timeline is active because you're going to need it for this workflow. Start by offsetting a plane about 5 millimeters off the bottom of whatever it is that you want to knurl upon, and then go into the Create menu and click on the Coil tool, and then click on that new face. We're going to start from the center, of course, and go to the outermost section, the outermost wall, perimeter, whatever you want to say, of the body that we want to knurl on. And knowing what I want to do, you're going to have to play with this, but I'm going to set the section size to 1 and the section type to triangular internal, meaning facing the inside of the coil. I'm going to set the height to -400 millimeters and the revolutions to 1, and that gives us a very gentle slope, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Make sure that your operation is set to cut, and then press OK. Now the next thing we're going to do, and this will make sense now why the timeline has to be on, is we're going to mirror and set the object type to features. We're going to click on the coil in our timeline and mirror it across the opposite plane if I can grab it through the object. And you now have 2 little cuts going into your object at different angles to one another, right? They're facing in a different helix direction. I don't know if I'm saying that in a way that makes sense. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to the Create menu again, click on Pattern, and then Circular Pattern, and Features again is going to be our object type. We're going to click on the mirror and the coil. The axis that we want to select is going to be the axis of our object, of course. The distribution is full, that's all good. The compute type, this is important. I don't know if you know much about Fusion 360 compute types, but basically optimized is typically the fastest. However, there are some famous cases, for example, patterns across a cylindrical surface that it doesn't work. So we're going to need to use identical. I think the default is adjust, which works best for most circumstances because it basically calculates everything again for every instance of the pattern. But for something that we know it's going to be exactly the same, it's okay to just do identical, and it's going to save you probably several minutes of compute. Now for your quantity, I think 100 looks about right. You can play with this and see what looks good to you, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So there you have it. It took my computer about 3 or 4 minutes to compute that operation, but once we did, we have that beautiful, gorgeous knurled pattern that we were after. If you are crazy, you can edit it in the timeline. However, I suggest that you go through my other videos to learn how to parameterize your 3D prints, your designs, and that will make it a lot easier to change because this is a compute-intensive operation. It's an absolutely beautiful alternative to the just plain Jane surface finish of 3D printers. It gives a lot of credibility to your 3D printed parts, especially if you're selling them. So if you do end up using this workflow for a project of yours, I would appreciate if you DM me a picture and just send it to me just so I can see it. I always love seeing what my followers make. I'm on Instagram as Christopher's Factory, of course. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.